It's time for another small bird from Trillium. I think this might be the last one that I haven't reviewed yet. I'm not sure. It's called Skimpy Sparrow, and it's a small stature pale ale for Trillium. It's 5.4% alcohol, and they use a lot more hops in this beer than they do in almost any other their other hoppy beers. It has Galaxy, Citra, Nelson, Simcoe, and then of course Columbus, primarily as a bittering hop. And it's a very similar malt bill to all their other hoppy beers, just a little bit of wheat and specialty malts and some sugar in there. It was canned 2 days ago. Not sure exactly why it says Shrug Life on the bottom. Does it look like that sparrow is shrugging? I don't know. And it's perfect for another very hot day. Oh, I'm actually going to turn off my fan so you can hear better. There we go. And I've had this before, but not in cans. This is the first time they've canned this beer. And looking very bright and still very hazy. Awesome. Yeah, Trillium usually only does 1 or 2 flavoring hops in their beers. And in some of these small bird beers, they've been using more, and this one has more hops than, I think in any of their other beers, so it'll probably create a lot of complexity in the fruitiness. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess the one hop that's missing in here is Mosaic, but otherwise they got New Zealand and Australian, and then a bunch of good American hops too. But it has lots of pineapple juice, a little bit of green resiny qualities, 2 peppery things happening. With pineapple, peach, mango, all that is in there, but it's on a very dry side. It doesn't smell like super sweet juice. I'm not getting a whole lot of cakey vanilla passion fruit in or anything like that. And the head was pretty good, but it's dying down now, probably mostly from the heat and humidity. It's not quite as thick as all the other Trillium beers, but with these lower alcohol ones, it seems like they don't get quite as good retention, but it still looks pretty good. It's definitely better than their Cutting Tiles Archaic that I had. Ooh, oh no, it's got lots of fruit. Yeah, it finishes like almost kind of slick. It's just barely bitter, but they still pack in a lot of fruit flavors in there. That's very nice. A pretty darn light body, as you'd expect. But wow, the low bitterness makes it almost not even super dry. It seems like it could be a little bit drier. But the sweetness that still is lingering there, I think, really helps bring out all the fruit from all these hops. Because when you use this many hop varieties, you can kind of get lost, and they don't always necessarily work together for the greater good. But yeah, I'm definitely getting lots of peachy flavors from, Citra, Galaxy that are definitely in there, and a little bit of a slight grapefruity berry sort of thing that I get from Simcoe often. And there isn't too much onion, garlic, marijuana, sort of dank funk that I get sometimes from American hops in this one either. It's gotten a lot of that nice clean pepper spice. Not quite jalapeno. Sometimes, especially from Nelson, I get a jalapeno, like a fresh cut jalapeno aroma and flavor, but in this one it's really just the fruit is just it's all over the place with fruit. Some juicy white grape in there too, definitely. And of course some orangey creamsicle is happening, but there's so many different stone fruits and tropical fruits in this beer, especially for being so low in alcohol. And pretty reasonably priced. They charge only $13 for the 4-pack cans, which is the cheapest of all the Trillium beers, but they still do an amazing job with this one. This might be the fruitiest hoppy beer I've had at 4.5 or 5.4% alcohol. It's really good. And because of the lower alcohol and the really low bitterness, it's really what people might call crushable, though I wouldn't crush this. I want to savor all the flavors that are happening in this. It's an amazing combo of hops. Definitely lots of juicy fruit gum flavors too. It encapsulates probably a lot of the flavors that are happening in here. And it finishes. Now I'm noticing a little bit of bitterness on the edges of the tongue. Yeah, definitely. It comes in. The first sip would seem like, whoa, fruity and almost too sweet. But it comes in and makes it a really, really well-made beer. Yeah. I'm glad my girlfriend got 3 of these babies. I kind of knew it was going to be really good. All these different hops in here. I wish Trillium would do that more. But I bet they rarely have all these hops on hand and ready to go, because it seems like sometimes they release all their Galaxy beer, or beers featuring Galaxy hops, and sometimes they do all their Citra beers and things like that. So it's probably only every once in a while they have enough to do a big batch of some beer with just with 4 hops. But yeah, this is probably after spraying, this is probably the best refreshing hoppy beer that I've had from Trillium. Because spraying is actually even lower alcohol. I think it's like 4.9. Yeah, and as you drink it more, the bitterness kind of brings in more of the peppery elements. Lots of fresh cut pepper, lots of kind of more earthy flowers, almost like lavender, and thyme. I'm almost getting that sort of really bright but still kind of dank, almost catnip flavors. Catnip is a little unpleasant. I've never actually eaten it, but the smell is like, this is right on the edge of being not palatable for humans. But this is getting into that danker herbal floral thing too. That's what the hops are doing besides all the fruitiness. Yeah, this is just gonna get 4.5 or something again. It's really great. I'd love to compare this with Pseudo Sue from Toppling Goliath, which hopefully I can snag some bottles of, or at least one of their other pale ales or IPAs that are, because Toppling Goliath from Iowa does a lot of really great hazy, juicy IPAs and pales, some that are lower alcohol like this one. So if I can snag some when I'm in the Midwest, I will definitely do a review. And I'd like to do a review where I can face off all these different hazy, juicy IPAs against each other and try to figure out the differences. That will be, as I could say, epic. But I plan on doing some more reviews comparing similar beers and things like that soon. And doing reviews and videos that are based on the educational tastings I do at this local liquor store every week. And then also tastings that maybe relate to my articles that I have on Huffington Post. If you search Stefan Anderson Huffington Post, you'll find some of my articles where I try to write in a little bit more of a rigorous, clear way rather than being kind of stream of consciousness rambly like I am in these videos. So we'll do 90 for Skimpy Sparrow from Trillium. If you can get it right now.